I'm
doing?
good. I'm so excited to finally be able to talk to you.
I know. Oh my God. So I know you're in New York. How is it over
Oh,
there?
it's crazy. I feel like COVID-19 is still active. And yes, like I feel like as a New Yorker, we are very responsible. However, there's parties, there's always something to do in New York City. Thus, sometimes people may not take the proper precaution. So,
Yeah. I'm not gonna even lie. I'll be there in October. So,
ooh, it's time to link up.
girl, guess how much my flight was
How
to
much?
New York?
How much?
$25 round trip.
Oh, shit. That's a good ass deal.
I know. And then they got like hotels in Times Square for like 200,
Yeah.
300. It's cheap.
Yeah.
So,
Everything is
yeah.
just like right now is the time. It's not really the time to travel, but it's the time to travel.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, this is Vondechii. I'm gonna tell you guys the story of how we met. So, about 2 years ago, 2018, I did an event in New York, Brooklyn, New York, actually, and Vondechii was there. She was a vendor, and I was just basically covering their event, just asking questions about their company, their brand, what do they do, and everything like that. And her table was like amazing. She had like crystals, and at that time, I wasn't on my spiritual journey. Like, I hadn't started exploring it yet, but it kind of like got me. I was like, oh, like this seems like something I would really enjoy because, at that time I was kind of in a bad space and I was trying to figure out a different way to deal with my depression and bipolar disorder. So, and when I saw her, it's like I could just feel the aura. So I was like, maybe this is something I should look into. So, Vondechii, she has a cool ass store that has crystals. She has like yoni steam, sage. I just saw her manifestation pins, which are really cute.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna let her talk about her brand. How did she get started with her brand, and how long she's been doing it. So,
All right. Well, hi everyone. My name is Vondechii Ganzo, and I'm the CEO and founder of Vondechii's Vault. And basically, I started off in 2016, believe it or not, and I was just selling lip primers that I was making with organic beeswax and essential oils and shea butter. And then I was just thinking about it, and I'm just like, I do believe in holistic healing. I do believe that there are remedies that don't necessarily need a FDA approval stamp on it because it's not like anything in regards to like prescriptions. It's just basically organic ingredients that's utilized for holistic, not even the holistic healing because it's like not really like in a spiritual level. I guess it was just really on a cosmetic level. Like I was just like, beauty, makeup products, things of that nature. And then as I started delving into, okay, organic ingredients, what do I need to do in regards to getting like a certification, like an organic label on something? And I was like, whoa, this is a lot. Like, wow.
yeah, yeah,
So then I was like, okay, so where can I stem out? Like where can I vein into in regards to health and beauty? So then I started thinking about Afrocentric beauty and Afrofuturistic beauty. That's what got me started with my visual art. Then I started delving into not only Afrocentrism but and Afrofuturism, but Afrofeminism. And then I started thinking about the different types of yoni care that's out there. And yoni care basically means vaginal care, but it's not only in your vagina, it's your womb. It's like a, you know. And if you don't know, you should read the book Sacred Woman by Queen
yeah.
Afua. That's a different conversation. However, uh, it really was based off of lip primers, and then I went to okay, yoni healing, and then clear quartz, crystal quartz, lapis lazuli. Then it went into spiritual work. Then it went into brujeria and santeria, which is basically witchcraft. And I don't want to label it as witchcraft, like oh my god, like, but it is witchcraft and I take pride in it. And it's not necessarily because, again, let me just say this right now, I was baptized, raised Roman Catholic. When I say brujeria and witchcraft, I mean the the art of healing, not even spiritual, but spiritual and emotional and physical and mental, but the art of healing and how that's been demonized and viewed as taboo in society. It's crazy because I feel like I've said this previously, but you can see traces of witchcraft woven throughout the history of science and the history of medicine. So I feel like I was hindering myself just sticking it to, like, lip primers. I was like, that's very superficial. So let me
Yeah.
just delve into a little bit more, and this is what happened.
And it's crazy because that's how it happened with me. I was just trying to find an alternative for medicine because I hated taking medicine for certain things because it would have me feeling like a zombie, and I couldn't be there 100% for my family, for my kids. And my sister, well, I say she's my sister, but she's actually my friend. She, she's studying about the orishas and things like that. So
That's awesome.
it kind of started with that, and then I started reading about crystals and meditation and yoga, and then I started learning about the vagina and the womb and keeping that pussy clean. Hence
Mm-hmm.
the Pink Pussy brand. And little do you
Mm-hmm.
guys know, Vondechii is one of the ambassadors for the brand.
What?
She is bomb when it comes to graphic design. So,
Thank you.
but yeah, it was just like, so it's just like it leaves you because my brand didn't start off as this. It started off as something else. It was like just a regular brand that I was just kind of following what other people were doing, but it wasn't making me happy. I was like, like this is cool.
Can I just say thank you so much for being vulnerable and honest, and like to saying that, because I feel like a lot of the times people, there's a difference between following something and having like an inspiration by it. And I feel like all of us like we had to copy off of somebody, like, and if not like verbatim, like at least like
Yeah.
the blueprint, because again, there's no tools that are ready there for us to utilize. Like we have to do our research, and a lot of the time it's just like, hey, like you got to fake it till you make it. But I just want to say thank you for being honest and just continue. I'm sorry.
Girl, I try to be an open book. I try to and like I tell people, I am an open book. I feel like my story is what made me who I am today, so, and I can relate to a lot of people. And it's like, once I started opening myself up to, once I started opening myself up to meditation and to, like, now I do spiritual work, and I'm so excited about that. I just got my magnetism, and it just made me feel so different. It made me feel so happy. It made me feel fulfilled. I felt fulfilled. And it's like once I got into it, I was just like, you know what? I really love this. This makes me feel so whole. It actually developed a better relationship between me and my family. Because when you're doing spiritual work and things like that, it's like you don't have to live up to a certain standard because you are who you are, and basically you're just being you. You're manifesting things that you want, and it's like you don't have to live up to, oh, if I do this, this is a sin. If I do this, this is a sin. You don't have to keep saying, oh my God, I can't do this. You're just living free, and you're doing spiritual work to improve your life. And I think sometimes people don't understand that. And it's just like once I started doing it, that's when I started meeting bomb ass people like you. And I was like, all the right people started coming in my life. Like, y'all just don't know how much y'all inspire me on Instagram. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Because when you started doing your little hex coffins, I'm like, oh my God, I really got to order it to put on my altar because it is so cute.
Thank you. Listen, and that's one other thing I wanted to talk about, because I feel like a lot of the times when people see somebody that's found peace or is in that part of their journey that it's peaceful, not as tumultuous as the other parts of the journey is, I feel like a lot of the people think like, oh, it's easy. Oh, shit is good for her. Like, she ain't gotta do no work. Like, you don't have to do any vending events. You don't have to promote yourself. You don't have to, oh, she must have a team. And it's like, no. You have to do everything by yourself. And you also have to find the energy to do everything by yourself.
Yes,
because
exactly.
If you do it by yourself, it's probably going to be the most perfect it can be, because there's not a lot of people in the pot, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like you want to collaborate and you want to network, but the process of networking and collaborating with the right people, that can take up a lot of time, and time is valuable. So it's like,
yeah.
instead of trying to be like, oh hey, I'm gonna save up some money and hire an editor, learn how to edit. Oh, I'm gonna find somebody
Exactly.
and help me, to help me with my website. How about you start learning how to code? I'm actually learning how to code.
And it's crazy because with me, like I had to learn, like I literally had to take the middleman out. Like certain things I'll
Yeah.
outsource, but like most of my stuff that I make from home. I bought the machines, I bought the programs, and I just started doing it from home because it's just like you don't have time. And then like with my brand, like sometimes people don't want to work with me, sometimes they do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I have no time to sit and wonder, hey, like if I hit them up, are they gonna be like, nah, I can't promote that, not even knowing what the brand is about. So I just had to cut the middle people out, and I had to just start doing it myself, which is better for me because I get to see it firsthand. I get to look at it, I get to feel it, and I get to do it on my level of perfection. And like we were talking about the healing and the spiritual work and stuff, I just wanted to let y'all know that when y'all get to that point when you know that you're in a place where you're starting to do spiritual work and you're starting to heal, and you're meditating, and you're meditating with your crystals and all that, I'm just let you know that before you get to a place of peace, going into this journey is gonna make you look at who you are. You're gonna be depressed for a while. You're gonna be like, damn,
Yes.
like I was really fucked. So just letting you know, if this is the journey you want to go on, it's gonna make you take a look at yourself and how you are and how fucked up you are until you can get to that place where you're happy and doing your work and things like that. So you just gotta be prepared.
I like the way you say, like when you get to that point, you'll be able to basically face the problems, because a lot of the times people think, oh, once I get there, shit is gonna be easy. I'm not gonna be second guessing myself, or that voice in the back of my head is gonna be gone. No, it's still gonna be there. It's like, are you gonna still struggle with them demons, or are you gonna dance with them?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Cause I
it's
danced with them motherfuckers. I was like, come on, let's dance. I guess we gotta do
exactly. You just, and once you get to that point, it's basically what we're talking about, is like knowing what you want, how you want it, and who you want it with.
that. Yeah,
Being
exactly.
aware of
Exactly.
that, being like, acknowledge that too, because a lot of the times, yeah, we know about our problems, but we're just tucking, I'm gonna deal with it later. Oh, I don't want to, like, I'm really busy right now, school, work, but do you know, like, I feel like but pain, stress, anxiety, depression, it manifests itself into physical pain and physical ailments.
Yes, exactly.
Like, you could
And
be,
people don't understand it. Yeah.
like, you could definitely go and get a massage right now, but there's certain parts of your body that are, like, I don't want to say portals, but like, are triggers that if somebody just massaging it the right way, you can actually cry, or that could evoke so many types of emotions. So it's just like, there's so many levels to it that I just feel like it's a never ending journey. So I feel like when we talk about the spiritual awareness and finding it, it's not really about finding that aha moment. It's about when shit hits the fan, what are you doing? What how are you going to maneuver? How are you going to adapt? How are you going to grow? And I feel like a lot of the times people are so complacent with being comfortable, or being in a around a comfortable group of people, and it's like, in order for you to grow, you're going to have to be familiar with being uncomfortable. That's how you know you're growing.
Exactly, exactly. Because that was one of my biggest downfalls. Like I hated being in uncomfortable places, so I would stay in my house. That's why I'm like the pandemic hasn't bothered me because I'm a homebody anyway. But it got to a point where I would see people progressing and striving in their business, and I would look at myself and be like, why is that not happening to me? But then when I started my spiritual journey, I said, look at your damn self. It's your fault. You are the one in the house. Nothing is gonna fall in your lap. And that was one of the things with my anxiety. I just didn't like being around people. Like the event in October, when I tell you I was so nervous, I was so scared, I was like, that really messed with with me, and the girl who came with me, my friend, she pushed me through that. Yeah. Because she was like, "You're doing really good." She was like, "I'm proud of you." She was like, "You're actually doing really good." She was like, "So don't stop. Keep interviewing people. Keep talking to people." She was like, and that's what got me all of my connections in New York. And I was like, you know what? That was like one of the most amazing things in my life. Doing the event, it was bad because I was so nervous. I was so scared. But after the event, I felt so good. I was like, yeah, I met a lot of bomb ass women today.
Yes,
and then it just felt.
I just want to say, even though you may only have one person watching your video or one like on a post, best believe people are watching you. People may not like your shit because they don't want to give you the satisfaction of giving you a like or a follow, but people are watching you. Don't forget that. They just trying to seem, like, you know how sometimes when you see somebody shining so bright and you know that you can't shine as bright as them, so you try to dim their light, and it's like, don't.
Yeah.
And then also,
and you know what?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And it's crazy because, like you say that, and it's like me, myself, I used to dim my own light when I would be around friends because I'm like, I don't want to stick out, I don't want to stand out. And then it's like, somebody told me, if a friend wants you to dim your light, that's not really your friend, because your friend shouldn't want you to dumb yourself down to satisfy them. She was basically like, if your friend wants you to dim your light, that's not really your friend
at all.
And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, you are so right, And I used to always, like, I had self-esteem issues and things like that, or I used to try to have people to talk me out of a whole bunch of shit. Hey, she, me, Nefertiti, that's my baby right there. Like, that's one of my biggest supporters. Like, when I tell you this girl right here is like so bomb, I love her to death. But yeah, like they told me, like, if somebody wants you to dim your light, that's not really your friend, because why would a friend want you to do that? A friend should want you to strive in what you're doing. A friend should want to see you succeed in what you're doing. Love you too. And if a friend doesn't want to see you succeed, then that's not a friend.
At all.
That's somebody who's secretly praying for your downfall. And it took me a long time to think about, to like get that. Like, like, you are so right. Like, a friend wouldn't want to see you down here not being yourself or whatever like that. And that's why I say, when I started my journey, when I tell you, like, you girls are so inspirational to me. Like the positivity I get from y'all is just amazing. It's just so crazy. Like, I just, like, sometimes I be shedding tears because I'm like, this cannot be real. Like, I literally have females in my corner who really, really love what I'm doing, really, really love the brand, love the message, and who really support me. And that's something I have never been, like, used to. Like, the last time I think I had, like, real friends was when I was in, like, the military. Because, shit, y'all got to be friends because y'all got to go to war together. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, when I became a civilian, I started meeting all these people who were just so nasty and mean, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I've never met people like this before in my life.
I have. Let me say, mean people suck, and the reason why they're mean to you is because they're too intimidated by you to be nice to you, and it's too crowded at the bottom. Just be like, I'm gonna see you at the top if you make it. It's too crowded down there. The air is not healthy. That shit is not good. It's too crowded at the bottom. And the crab bucket theory. You trying to go up and then you and then also I feel like the dopest people, I don't want to say that like they have like the least amount of friends, but I love weird people. I love different people, and knowing my personality, like, I'm one to socialize with a lot of people, yes, but friendship, I feel like I'm very open and vulnerable, and I don't hold grudges at all. Really, I don't. But when I do something, I go full-fledged, wholeheartedly. So it's kind of like you want people like that in your team. If you have somebody in your team that's giving you less than what you're giving them, and if that makes you feel like, oh, I don't have. Listen, it's good not to have a certain amount of friends, because if once you're headed towards greatness, I've noticed that a lot of people that I look up to, like for example, not to be cliche, but Beyonce in her childhood, she got made fun of for her weight. She got made fun of because she sang. Like how you get made fun of for a talent?
Girl,
Like
crazy. But you are so right though, because like most of the people I talk to are are either creative or very weird or different. It's just like they have something about them. It's like yeah,
there's
okay,
a
I like
screw
it.
loose.
Yeah, and it's like when I tell people, cause see, I'm like, I'm just different. I like colorful hair. I like, and like when I tell people I don't like perfect hair, that's never been me. I like my hair to be messy and sometimes all over the place. I don't like perfect hair. People look at me like, who doesn't? I don't. I just feel like I'm weird to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just like people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my
Yeah.
circle is not huge. You know what I'm saying? But I know who's there for me and I know who I'm there for. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Word.
just like, I just like those type of people. I don't like people who talk about people.
You never look
Girl,
good talking shit about somebody. You never ever look good talking about anybody else. Ever.
And when I say talk about, it's like I know you're gonna see somebody and be like, "Oh Lord, what the hell she got on?" Something like that. I get that, but it's like I hate people that talk about. I hate women that talk about other women and look down on other women because they're not like them. I hate that because I did this thing back in. I can't even remember. It was like this year in Atlanta, and it was supposed to be like a little group get together, and it's like I felt like some of the girls were kind of like looking at like just were kind of like judging me because one, I'm not the type of girl to wear bunches of makeup all the time. Like of course I'm gonna put on makeup. I'll put on makeup, but sometimes I don't. That's how I
Right.
am. And it's just this group. They were particularly like the glam girls. But that's not me. I'm not like the glam girl. Like
I
I'll
get
get
it.
glamorous sometimes, but I throw on some sneakers, throw these glasses on because I ain't got no eyelashes on, and call it a day. And
Yeah.
it's just like I felt some type of way, and it's like when I feel like that about certain people, it's very uncomfortable for me, and I would just rather not be around them. So like I have learned
Yeah.
because one of the girls went. She's my baby. She supports me in everything I do. But like some of the other girls just didn't sit right with me, and that's what I don't like. I don't like that women who judge other women because they're not like them. Like,
Uh-huh.
if everybody was the same, this would be a boring ass world. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It'd be like Mr.
And
Anderson. It'd be like the Matrix. Like the fuck? Everybody mad, uniform, cookie cutter. And I feel like recently, I've delved into having fun with makeup and having fun with magnetic eyelashes and wigs and things of that nature because I was working so hard to like the point where I am very liberal, but I was looking so conservative. And shout out to all my conservatives out there. I'm personally liberal, but I'm just saying like I would dress 20 years older than my age. My hair would always be in a bun. You would never catch me out like with anything dangling or anything shiny. It would be like studs. Like, and I was just like, bro, like right now I am 28 years old. Like the fuck am I doing dressed up like? And I'm not saying. Oh, wait, I said 20 years older, so 48. I'm not saying 48-year-old women out there don't get it popping because I know y'all do. I'm just saying I didn't dress my age because I didn't want to. I was tired of hearing people saying, oh, well, she probably thinks she's all that because she has this and she has that. Or look at the way she's dressing. Look at the way she's walking. Look at the way she's talking, too. She don't even, she's trying to be this and she's not this. And I'm just like, you know what? I got to the point where it's just like, not only am I going to flip the script, I'm going to embrace it. And not even embrace it, I became comfortable in it. Because at a certain point, I was just like, I did not know how to put my makeup on. I did not know how to walk in heels. I didn't know, but like, I feel like finding your spiritual path is not only transitioning from looking, like a home. I wouldn't want to say a home girl, but like in your sweats and in your hoops or like even in your studs, like just chilling, and then transforming into something beautiful and luxurious. No, I'm not saying like that's the only transformations there is out there. No, you could actually be all a glam doll or all dressed up and into, somebody that has a nerdy aesthetic, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there's different ways
Yeah.
of transitioning,
Yeah.
and the fact that people are not even open to that is just like, damn, you're gonna miss out on so many dope ass people in your life, and so many cool
Yeah.
ass people are gonna be crossing your path because you are so stuck on, oh well, I'm only gonna talk to these type of people because they look a certain type of way, or oh, like,
Yeah.
I don't understand the concept of yoni care or the yoni verse. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna support you and your brand because I'm not a knowledgeable consumer. Like, it's just like, work on yourself
Yeah.
and better yourself. Like, why are you trying to hate on me on something that I didn't even do? Like, girl, you didn't even know. Like,
Yeah, girl, cause and it's just like you know me, cause like when I hit my spiritual journey, I basically went from, it's like I wasn't expressing myself how I wanted to. And what people don't understand is, okay, so my household has always been a free household. I have 3 kids. I have 2 sons and a daughter, and my mom. Um, we're not clothes type people. We don't like clothes. That's just how we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not naked in front of each other, but my son will walk out the bathroom with his towel wrapped around him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he'll walk in my room and be like, "Hey, ma," you know what I'm saying? Or, he didn't see me, like topless or something like that. And it's just like, I just love to express myself because I love the female body.
Yeah.
I love the female virtue. And once I started going on my spiritual journey, that's when I started expressing myself more, exploring my body. That's why when you see ass on my other page,
I love it. Listen.
It's just me expressing myself, And when I started doing it, of course, I started getting pushback, like, why are you doing it? And of course, people automatically say I'm a hoe, which I haven't had sex in almost, like 6 months. So, yeah, girl, guys automatically think I'm a hoe. Girls automatically think I'm a hoe. I have a regular job. I work for the IRS. Like,
and also, I feel like even when we hear negative things and incorrect things about ourselves, we have a tendency of wanting to correct them. Let them run until their tape cuts off, because it's like, even if they call you a hoe, so what? Even if you're not, the fact that you already have this perception of me in your head, and my obligation is not to change your perception of me in your head. So if you're gonna call me a hoe, okay, I'm gonna be the best hoe you've ever seen. But
it's just like, I tell people, when people follow me on, like, when people say, "Oh, I'm gonna follow you," I'm be like, "Well, look, if you don't like ass, you might not want to follow me, because I post ass sometimes."
Listen, everybody came out of a female. Everybody came out of, not a female, because that sounds stupid when you just say the word female. Everybody came out of a yoni. Everybody came out of a womb. Everybody came out of a vagina. The fact that we can't embrace the female anatomy, and also, even with your posts, like, I see, like, people like, oh my gosh, like, look at her body, she looks good. And even so, it's just like, well, what if she was flat chested? She wouldn't look good? Because, I'm part of the itty bitty titty committee, and you're part of the so it's kind of just like, the fact that people even sexualize breasts, like, that's used to feed the kid. Like, how you can't insert, and there's no way that you can procreate from breasts. So it's just like, people just, I feel like there's a lot of people that are not educated.
It is, and it's just like, and that's why I say with my brand on this page, we don't judge. We women uplift each other on this page for this brand. This brand was made to uplift, no matter what you look like, no matter your race, your ethnicity, your size. Like, we don't tear women down over here. We uplift each other. It doesn't matter if she a sex worker, she a stripper, she a corporate worker, she's a witch, she's a doula, whatever the fuck she does, it's her prerogative, and that's why I created this brand, because I hate the fact that people, and it's women and men, try to discard women because they choose to do what they want to do with their body, or because they choose to be sex workers or strippers. Like, I hate a female that'll say, "Oh, she ain't nothing but a hoe," or "She ain't nothing but a strip hoe," or "I hate
Why are
that.
you mad at her? Because she probably does it better than you could ever possibly would.
And I say strippers make money. And the thing about it is, I go to strip clubs. I haven't been in a long time, but when I went to strip clubs, the nicest girls I met were the strippers. They were the nicest. Like, I got this lap dance from this one girl, and she she was just telling me about, she was in college and she had a son and this and that. And, after I just told her, we just talked for a while, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
And she was just really nice. And, like, now I have a couple of friends who are like sex workers and who do the OnlyFans. Like I got a couple of subscriptions to OnlyFans.
More power to
OnlyFans
them.
because
Just be
I be
safe.
trying to support my friends. So I be like, girl,
Exactly.
go and get a subscription. And then I'll go in there and be like, well, I'm gonna need you to improve on this. You gotta do a little bit better. So and that's just me. I'm gonna support you, bitch. Whatever you choose to do, I'm gonna support you as long as you bossing up and you're taking care of your family and yourself and you know what I'm saying? You're not harming anybody. I'm gonna support you regardless, because who am I to judge? Like, people just don't understand. No one should judge anyone, because we all have made mistakes and we've all done shit that you know that wasn't like, oh my god, the best thing to do. So I'm just really in this zone where I just don't judge anybody. Like I just love to experience new people, new auras, especially if they have good vibes and they support me. I'm just all about supporting women and whatever they choose to do. Shit.
So thank you so much for supporting me and having me on your live. I really appreciate it and I had a blast.
Me too, girl. So I'm coming October 2nd.
We need to plan something.
Of course, 2nd through the 5th, because I think I'm going to do a photo shoot that Saturday or Sunday.
I'm down.
I'm not sure what day, but that's what I'm coming up there for. So we definitely have to plan something.
Yes.
Oh, and I got some new stuff dropping that I want to send you. So
I'm excited.